guys, this is Rosa Kelly, and I was requested to do a tutorial on how I did the binding for my Gatefold album that I did. If you recall, that was an album that I made for my brother's wedding. So what you're gonna need is 2 pieces of chipboard. I get my chipboard at Michael's, and I get a package. You get 12 by 12 and 6 by 6 for like $5, and you can also use your coupon on that. And then you're gonna need, you know, double-sided tape and probably some magnets or some Velcro for the closure. So let's get started. Okay, so I started by cutting my chipboard at 7 by 7. So you will need 2 pieces of 7 by 7, and then you are going to need 2 pieces of 7 by 3, and that is because 3 it's gonna be the size of my spine. So I'm just gonna cut these. So this is already at 7, so I'm just gonna cut it at 3. Just gonna cut that little piece off. And same thing here. Okay, so I'm gonna need 2 of these. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of 7 by 3, and my last piece that I'm going to cut, it's gonna be 7 by 3.5, and I will explain to you why 3.5. Because if this is 7 by 7 and you want your flap to cover half, so that's gonna be 3.5. If you're doing these 8 by 8, obviously that piece is gonna be 4. Okay, so if you're doing an 8 by 8, your binding is still gonna be 3, so your binding will be 3 by 8, but your flat will be 4 by 8. I hope that's clear. Please email me, or leave me some comments if you have questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm cutting a piece of 7 by 3.5. So now I'm gonna grab 2 pieces of 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to join them together using either glue or double-sided tape. And then I'm gonna grab another half piece and put it together as well. Okay, so I have this long piece, and now I'm just going to arrange how I'm gonna add my pieces. And so I'm gonna use a 7 by 7, and then I'm gonna use my spine, which is 3 by 7, and again another 7 by 7, another 3 by 7, and the cover, which is 3.5 by 7. So I'm gonna place them like this. I'm gonna put double-sided tape on each one of these. Okay, as you can see, I added the double-sided tape everywhere. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna peel it and place it. And you do wanna make, be careful, because once you put it down, it's hard to adjust with double-sided tape. If you're still practicing, you can always use glue, wet glue, and that will give you more time to adjust the page. So I peeled the tape off the first 2 pieces to show you how I put it. So I'm just gonna put some glue on the area where I don't have the tape, and I'm just going to place it right here. Just as straight as I can. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab the other piece, and again I'm gonna put some glue, and you want to make sure you give it a little bit of room, like an 1/8 of an inch or something like that. So I will just give it a little room and add it. See, like that. So you're just gonna go on with the other pieces. Okay, so now we have it all together as one big piece. And you want to start folding this and give it a little bit of shape, just to prepare for before you glue it. And then I'm also going to cut the corners just like us, we will do on a normal binding. Oh, this is a little long. Okay, so I'm just going to cut corners a little bit like that, and make sure you don't go all the way to the corner. You want to give it a little bit of room there. And I have one more. Alright, so next I'm just going to put one big double-sided tape all along. Just like that. And I'm going to cut the excess. Okay, so I'm just going to take it off. This long piece, and I'm going to start on the middle, and I'm just going to push it in like this. Okay, make sure it's flat, you don't have any air bubbles. Oh, just like that. Okay, and then I'm also gonna crease where your paper is gonna bend just a little bit. Okay, and now we're gonna do the same on the other side. Okay, and we are going to do exactly the same for the sides, just like this. So I'm going to take the paper off, and then when we put this, you want to make sure you are tacking. I hope I'm in frame. Okay, hold on. So you're going to make sure to tack in the ends so it's not pointy. And if you have a little bit of space here like I do, don't worry about it, because we are going to cover this side as well with paper. Okay, so let me do this other side. So I'm going to tack my corners. Okay, so this will go just like this. And there you go. So I want to make sure I creased where I'm going to fold so it doesn't bubble up. So this will go like this and like that, and as well as this and that. So there you go. So you got your gatefold cover just like that. And then so on this side, before you cover with any paper, you want to add your magnets to this side and this side. Or if you're gonna use Velcro, then you will just put it on top of your paper. Okay, so to do your the binding for the page inserts, you're gonna need a piece of 6 inches here, and I'm doing 10 right here. So this is a 6 by 10, and I'm just gonna score at 1. Okay, and I'm gonna give it a 3/4 gusset. So let me zoom in. So I'm gonna score a 1, and I'm gonna score a 1 3/4, and then I'm gonna score a 2.5, and I'm gonna score a 3 1/4. And this is the Cathy Horta's hidden hinge system. Sorry. So she has a great tutorial on that. But so basically this one right here is gonna be your gusset, and these 2 3/4 it's gonna be your page insert. So this is your page number 1, and then I'm gonna need another gusset. So this, it's gonna be at 4, and then I need 4 3/4 and 5 1/2, and this is my page 2, and you will see that it gets more clear when I fold the paper. And then you're gonna score again at 6 1/4, and then at 7, and at 7 3/4. And this is your page number 3. And then you usually will score at 8 1/2, but I like to leave the last one open to me, you know, to be able that I match with my binding. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the paper and I'm gonna start shaping it. So let's see. So you have your 1 inch and your 3/4, and then you're gonna fold the next 2 like so. And this is where your page, this is your first page insert, and you're gonna leave the next one, and you're gonna fold the next 2 again like this. So this is your page number 2, and you're gonna leave the next one again and fold the next one, and this is your page number 3. Now I'm only using 3 pages and a 3/4 inch gusset for this out. If you want more pages, you either can adjust your gusset and make it thinner, or make your binder longer, wider, right? So this is how your 3 pages will insert. So now I'm gonna go to the back, and I'm gonna add some double-sided tape right here. On each one of these 3. So another one right there. And one more. Right there. Okay, so if I remove this tape, you will start seeing the shape. So that's 1. So now I'll remove the next one. That's 2. And I will remove the last one. And there you go. So if you flip it around, there you have it. You have your 3-page insert tabs. Okay. All right. So now when you are ready to put them in your album, you are gonna match this line, this first score line that I did, the 1 inch, to your first corner. Make sure I'm in frame. Okay. And the reason why I don't do the last one is because sometimes this is a little bit longer, it's a little bit off, and I don't like to see that extra line right there. So I'm just going to glue this piece. Alright, and like I said, I'm gonna match the first corner. Like that. And let me just clean the excess glue before it dries. Okay. I'm just going to press really hard in each one of these. Okay, so for the last one where you see your bend, you're just gonna grab a ruler, or I don't have a ruler in hand, so I'm just gonna use this as a guide. And you're just gonna score along the bend of your cover. Just like that. So just hold it and gently fold it. You don't want to make a bubble. And just like that. Whoops. And then same thing with this side. Just like this. Okay, so there you go. Alright. So I'm just gonna let this dry for a little bit, and in the meantime I'm going to cut a piece of paper to cover my binding. So remember, this side is a 7 by 7, so you might want to cut it just a little bit smaller than that. So I'm gonna cut it at 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. Okay, now I'm gonna grab another sheet and I'm just gonna cut it at 6 3/4, actually 6 3/4. Just long ways like that, and I'm going to cover it. Alright, and then I'm just gonna grab an extra piece and cover right here. So let me go ahead and glue these just like that. Okay. Okay, and remember, after you cover it, you wanna mark your cardstock again along the folding lines. Okay, so I covered this side, and this, don't worry about that, because then you're gonna cover it with your designer paper, and plus I'm gonna leave mine open because I might add some magnets. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna use magnets or Velcro, but so this is your basic binding. And now to add the sheets, I will just show you really quick. I made 3 6 by 6 sheets, and you can look at my other album tutorials to see the basic construction of these. All it is a piece of 6 1/4 by 6 1/4, and the other piece will be 6 1/4 by 7 1/4, and as you can see, you just fold this side and just glue it. So I have a tutorial on that as well on my other mini albums. And so then you were just gonna add it right here, and that's about it. Oh, okay, so then here, before I forget, these tabs are 3/4, okay? So when you put your tape, that is 1/2 inch. I think this is very important. It is also my other tutorials, but just so you know, when you add your double-sided tape, you want to put it close to the outside edge, and that way when you put your page, you would only do it to here. You don't want to do it, let me show you up close. You don't want to put your page all the way till the end. You want to do it to here to be able to open your album flat. Otherwise, your album's gonna be pretty stiff on the pages. Okay, so I hope this tutorial was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.